So we're imagining here that these are the bales. So the cows' heads basically are going to sit, somewhere in this section here. So this is where the grain is dispersed out to the cattle. So if the platform direction is that way, now this is really important. If the platform direction is that way, as that cow comes around, it's going to be knocking on this side of the auger to get grain, because cows know basically that once they get to this, once they see this bar, they're going to get fed. So you need to make sure that our disposal tip or our product tip is on the way, or is on the side of this auger that the cows are passing. You don't want it on the leading side.
So they don't bump it.
Yeah, correct, because they will just belt it basically. So what I generally suggest is 1 inch from the bottom of this disposal, or this, I suppose, outlet there. This is where we put or mount, and apologies for my oversized drawing, but this tube here symbolises this piece here. This is a hardened plastic piece, and it basically sits along,
very heavy.
Yeah, alongside the auger here.
Right.
That is secured to that auger by these stainless tyres that can be done up with a 5/16 bit in an impact driver.
Right. So really, really tight.
Yeah. So as tight as you can within reason. Now, when I say within reason, is that not all of these intake feed heads are straight. So if there's a bend in it halfway up, if you do that tie up too tight, it will bend this plastic. And if you do bend the plastic, you will not be able to feed this nozzle through it. So at the moment, that nozzle,
it's perfectly straight.
Yep, will go straight through and come out the bottom.
Yep.
But as soon as you squash that
And corrupt that,
or bend that, this nozzle will not slide through there at all. As a side note, we had a lot of issues at the start. Like basically this was just getting screwed to the side of, or zip tied to the side of that.
And it's vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely, it's vulnerable for two reasons. One is that within this tip here, there is a plunger and a spring. And what happens is the cows, once they figure out that they like the product, they lick it. And what happens is the cows licking it puts dirt and grit in that tip, and that dirt and grit eventually builds its way up inside the spring, and it actually won't seal. So early on you'll find, or any of the early ones, you generally just find these dripping because the cows have licked them to death and the seal's gone. It's got contaminants in it. So very early on we went around and replaced a heap of these. Then I was at a dairy one day and I was having a look around the dairy and I found a bit of stainless pipe. I slid the stainless pipe over this unit to try and stop the cattle, A, belting it, and B, being able to lick it. The stainless pipe was good, but as soon as you put heavier tyres on it, the stainless pipe would bend or would crush. That in turn is how we ended up with this. So that's where that came, that's how that side of it all came about. Basically, when we're setting this up, so we're imagining that sitting there beside the feed head. The actual feed head, the bottom of the feed head that dispenses to the cows is down here. What we want to do with this nozzle, within this part here, when we do our down drop hose, that nozzle needs to sit within this pipe about 1 inch from the bottom. Now that's going to help with two things. One, it's going to stop the cows from being able to lick the bottom of this and push product in the end of this nozzle, which contaminates the tip and makes it leak. It's also going to mean that once the nozzle disperses and the seal goes back in, that gives it 1 inch of space for the product to physically be squirted out and drop down, dropping into the bale. So it's really important that we're an inch from the actual bottom of the feed head where this is mounted, and then this is another inch or 25 mil further up. So essentially between the bottom of this tip here and the bottom of the feed head, you've got 50 mil or 2 inches.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we want to aim for.
Yeah.
Right, so we're setting this up. All the fittings are exactly the same. So we've got that right at the top of our feed head, and this end of the pipe here is all the way down, you know, sitting, or it's been measured to sit at the correct spot at this auger here. So basically, once again, we pull this unit apart, which is very similar to the suction line. You've got all the same components. Yep. You've got your thread, you've got your cap, you've got your insert, and you've also got that rubber. It's very important with all fittings that you do with these pumps is that they're all clean. So basically we thread this on here, we thread this piece here on, we put this piece in the end, we slide that bit up to make sure that it's nice and neat, and then we slide that part up to make sure that we've got thread coming through the top. From there, we get our injector.
Your little rubber seal in.
Oh yeah, you've got the rubber seal there. From there, we put that into there, and we do that up. Once again, it's not with pliers or multi-grips or anything like that. It's literally just finger tight, like that. So then you will have already measured this piece here. So the bottom of that is going to stop 50 mil short of that there. You've already mounted this to your feed auger with these stainless ties that are a 5/16 impact gun bit, same as a tech screw. Once you've done that, this simply just gets inserted into the pipe, making sure you've got your 25 mil from the bottom, and then a zip tie goes around this part here onto the feed auger just to hold this in place. It's really important that when you're tying all of this or zip tying this whole piece up, it's as straight as possible. You don't want any bows in it. Your zip ties need to be, 500 mil apart, so you've got a nice continuous straight line. You don't want this to be a wavy line going up to the feed head, because that creates pockets for air to sit.
Yep.
From your breather here down to the end of your feed head, once again, similar to your MYLO from your drum to your pump, this run here needs to be as direct as possible. Because we are only relying on gravity from the breather point to feed the product from there down to this point here. Right, so that's about it for the